Hey guys, welcome. I'm Victoria Rose. Welcome to my channel. If you are new here, welcome. And don't forget to like and subscribe to my videos. I just want more followers. Sorry, it sounds like I'm begging for subscribers, but I'm a new YouTuber, so I'm kind of am. But I was gonna make a video yesterday, but I decided not to because I was really lazy and I needed some YouTube inspiration. So I kind of just like watched a lot of YouTube. Like I watched a lot of Loey Lane, Haley Reese, and Andrew TMI because those are my favorite YouTubers. And I watched a lot of their older videos because I love Soul Sisters. Like those three together and the Soul Siblings. Or not Soul Sisters, Soul Siblings. Soul Siblings, guys, don't come for me. But I miss them a lot. I was gonna make this video like yesterday, like I said, but I didn't know like what else to talk about. I didn't want to have like a filler video to kind of keep you guys like coming in, so I decided not to and just wait until I got permission to talk about what I'm going to talk about at the end of the video, because it's not just my story, it's somebody else's story. So I wanted to be respectful and like wait until I got a confirmed answer about talking about what I'm gonna talk about at the end. But all three, I have three stories. It's like a 3-in-1 where I'm gonna talk about me talking to two of my siblings, two different stories, and then my third one is about me passing on a message from a loved one to my sister's friend. Rude. Oh, sorry guys, I'm like in an apartment complex and my neighbor just like walked into his house and these walls are super 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 thin. If you guys haven't noticed from my previous videos, like I live in Las Vegas, you guys hear the airplanes. I think the last video I had construction workers right outside my door. Today my neighbor walks into his house. Rude. Okay, not rude, sorry. But all of these story times like happen at my mom's house, and I honestly think the reason why, I don't know if you guys can hear that, but there's somebody vacuuming upstairs. Oh, it stopped. Okay, just kidding. But yeah, all these videos kind of just happen at my mom's house, and I honestly think the reason why like I was so open at my mom's house is because one, she encouraged it, and two, she had really good energy. And she just like wanted the house to be like good flowing energy going in and out, and so I was able to like connect to the spiritual world more and like be able to be open-minded about things rather than at my father's house where a lot of things were closed off. He didn't believe in that, so he didn't want me doing it. So, and I honestly think a lot of the imaginary friends that I would talk to at my dad's house were actually spirits, because I don't know why, I just think that way. Like I just think that I was like more closed off, but not completely closed off at my father's house, while at my mom's house everything could have happened. Like we did Ouija boards at my mom's house. That's another story time. But yeah, like my mom's house was just so open and had such good energy, and it still does to this day. My mom has really good energy at her house, except for at one apartment complex we used to live in. That energy, like we did not do anything in that house because the energy was just so bad. But yeah, like everything at my mom's house was just so open at that apartment complex. Like I loved it there. But my first story time is going to be me talking to my older sister. So I was at my mom's house, obviously, and my mom was out back, and so and when she came in, she could hear like everything. So like how it was set up, like how she was able to hear everything, like it was like how the apartment was set up. It was the front door, and then obviously the living room, and you can see straight through to the back door in her apartment. So it was the living room, like there was like a little hallway, and that led into the kitchen and dining room, and then right there was like like I said, straight through, you can see like the door, the back door, and that's like where the patio was. And right next to the back door, there was a staircase, and then up the stairs there was like a bedroom, bathroom, and then you'd have to go like around a little wall, like a little separator wall, and that was the other bedroom. And so I was upstairs in the bedroom, and she had walked in and she heard me talking, and she just assumed that it was like an imaginary friend, and so she was just like left it alone. She just went in and did her mom duties, whatever her mom duties were. And so then a few minutes later she came back to the stairs, and she still heard me talking, so she walks upstairs and she was like, Victoria, who are you talking to? And I was like, oh, I'm talking to my sister. And she kind of looked confused. She was like, what are you talking about? Your sisters aren't here. And I'm gonna assume, I'm not sure, I'm gonna assume that either they weren't there, like it wasn't her weekend to have my middle sister, or she just was outside. And then my older sister, obviously she's older, she was like 18, 19, so she was like practically an adult, so she was probably doing whatever Carly did. And Samantha, I'm not sure where she was. I think she was there, because I think if I remember correctly, me and her shared that room that night, but I'm not sure, I don't remember. And so she comes upstairs, she's like, what are you talking about, like your sisters aren't here? And I was like, I know, like I'm hold on, I have notes, guys, because I had to ask my family. And so I told her, I was like, no, my other sister Britt. And she was like, what? And she asked me where my sister Britt was, and I was like, I kind of like pointed up, and I was like, oh, she's like right there. And she was like, that's weird, okay. And so she kind of just walked off, and then later she had told me that she had had a miscarriage, and with her first pregnancy, like her very first pregnancy, like when she was like 17, she had a miscarriage, and her name was going to be Britt, and so she'd obviously be my oldest sister and my oldest sibling. And so she had the miscarriage, and then she had told me, and then she, after that, like ever since that, she was just like, oh, she's talking to Britt, But there was another time, again, same setup, my mom was downstairs, I was upstairs, she heard me talking, so she came upstairs to see if I was talking to Britt, and I wasn't. She's like, who are you talking to? And I was like, oh, I'm talking to Alex. And she was like, what? And keep in mind, I do have a nephew named Alexander, or I had a nephew named Alexander. And she was like confused, and she's like, how do you know who Alexander is? Like, how do you know where Alexander is? And I was like, no, like my twin, Mom, like my twin brother. And she was like, how do you know you have a twin? And my mom later again told me that she had had a miscarriage when she was pregnant with me, my twin brother Alex, when like she was like 3 months. She was pretty early in her pregnancy. But that's how she knew, like she knew who I was talking to, because I had confirmed it. I was like, oh, it's my twin brother. And she's like, oh, okay. And then my final story, I told you I'm saving the best one for last. This one, like I passed a message on, and I was, like I said, I was gonna make this video yesterday, but I had to wait for this story because it's just not my story. And I had just gotten off the phone with my sister, who said that her friend said it was okay. And she actually had just told this story, this exact story that I'm telling you right now, she just told it to her wife. And so her wife didn't even know about this. So it was just like the people who were there knew about this story. So again, I am at my mom's house. I'm downstairs. It's late at night. It's not like super late, but it's like late. Like I was probably getting ready to go to bed when I got this message, but I was like downstairs. My mom, my sister, Carly, her friend, and like a couple other people were outside, and I get up and I go like running towards the back door, but like right next to the back door is like a window. And I'm like knocking on the window. I'm like, come on, you gotta get in here. And I'm not gonna say her name because I like want to keep it private. But I told her like she needed to come in here, and she's like, Victoria, I'll be there in a minute. I'll be there in a minute. I'll be there in a minute. And me being the annoying little sibling that I am, still am, I like kept bugging her. I like kept knocking on the window, and that wasn't getting to her. So I like opened the door. I was like, you need to get in here. I need to tell you something. She's like, go away. Like, I'll be there in a minute. Hold on, guys. And she's like, yeah, I'll be there in a minute. And so she like finally comes in, and she was like, what do you want? And I asked her, I was like, who's Felix? And she looked at me, she was like, what? And she was like, that's my dad. And I was like, oh. And then she like kept looking at me, and she's like, how do you know my dad's name? And she had told me, I had told her, I was like, he told me his name. And she never told anybody her dad's name. She was, like, not, like, reserved about her dad's name. Like, people knew her dad, but we just didn't, like, call him Felix. We just said, hey, like, and so she was like, that's my dad, like, how'd you know that? And so I told her, like, that's how I knew, like, I was like, he told me. And she was like, okay. And she started to cry. And then once I had and then I proceeded to tell her, I was like, he wants me to tell you that he's okay, that he's fine, and that he loves you. And she's just sitting there crying, and like I'm just like looking at her. And she was like, Victoria, you know he died like a couple days before. And I was like, I didn't know that. Like, who tells a little kid that like somebody died, unless it was like your mom or dad or like grandparents. Like, nobody's just gonna be like, hey, this person died. And like nobody just does that to a little kid. But yeah, he had like passed like a couple days before this. And so, like, it kind of just, like, put her at ease that he, like, was okay, that he was fine, and that he, he loved her. Like, it kind of just put her to rest, like, put her to ease. But, yeah, that's my story. I don't know how to end this story, guys, but, yeah, like, I kind of still wish that I was able to, like, read people, like, give messages. Like, I can still like feel like energies and like read like people's energies about stuff. I kind of wish I was like more open, but like I said in the beginning of this video, like more adults are like more corrupt and less open unless you like have like a really good third eye or like a really strong like third eye, and I wish that I had that still. But that's my video. I'm gonna try to do videos more often. I know I said that like a lot of videos ago. Well, not a lot of videos because I don't have a lot of videos. But I know I said that a few videos ago, and then I went on like a 6-month streak of not doing any videos, but I was in school. And school is about to start, school is started up again, but I'm just going for labs right now until I do externship. And so I'm basically gonna be working 2 jobs for 2 months until I get my pharmacy tech license or my certification, and then I might just like have 1 job and then do like a part-time job and do this like whenever I have the time. Like, I'm not gonna just dedicate my life to YouTube until I'm further up in the YouTube community. So don't forget to like and subscribe to my videos. Leave a comment if you guys have any stories. I'll post like my email in my description so that you guys can send me stuff if you guys want me to do like a story time on your guys' encounters, and I'll like make little notes and stuff about it. But let me know down below. Like and subscribe not like and subscribe. Well, yeah, do that to my videos, but follow me on Instagram and Twitter, and I'll leave my my tags down below in the description. and I'll see you guys when I see you guys. Alright, bye guys. Hey guys, I don't know why I'm stuttering so much and saying and a lot in my videos, but I'm still stuttering now. I don't know why.